Hello and welcome to The Heart of It. I'm Ali Daddo. We are here recording on Gadigal land and it's great to have you with us.
Us being me too, Cam Daddo.
Hey Cam Daddo.
Hi, sweetheart. How you going?
Good. That chat was just so great that we had with Talitha and Ben. I feel very inspired by both of them, actually.
Yes, we're going arse about, really, aren't we?
We are.
We're talking about, we've had that chat. You haven't heard it. You might remember Talitha Cummins. She had a thriving career as a TV journalist.
Yeah, newsreader. Yeah, Channel 7.
Yep. And she's moved on to greener
She
pastures,
has.
which is fantastic.
Sparkly pastures, could we even say.
Yeah. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? She owns the business. And her husband, Ben Lucas, is a fitness guy. Rugby league fans might remember him.
Oh, my God. Are you always going to say rugby every time?
I kind of just do.
Yeah, it's not cute.
Okay. Okay. Rugby league fans.
It sounds like it's speech impediment.
Rugby league.
Yeah.
Okay. Rugby league. Okay.
I can allow it once, but you
I've said it a few times.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just one of those things that just rolls off my
Right,
tongue.
I
don't know why.
understand.
Because I guess it's just because I'm not that big a fan of rugby league. I just don't seem to get it.
So you have to make it sound weird when you say
Yeah,
it.
but even rugby league people talk about rugby league. You are. So yes.
I've never heard
Yeah.
my brother-in-law say it that way.
I've heard both of them say it that way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Ben Lucas.
It's a nod of the hat to the rugby league boss.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Ben.
So Ben was a player.
Yeah, Ben was a player, and he's transitioned into owning his own gym and program, really. What a gorgeous man.
Yeah, he's lovely.
So calm
and
and kind and very, very conscious and aware.
Yeah, and I will say this because he left before we got a chance to say it, but he's about to do his 50th marathon, and it's happening with the Sydney Marathon, and so just wanted to wish him all the best.
Yes.
And for his clients that he trains.
Yes,
For it.
yes.
So
very well known as a good trainer and a very kind person. And of course, Talitha, what she's done with her life and really made this incredible change in her life from sobriety and creating this incredibly thriving, wonderful jewelry business. And they're raising two little kids
who are involved in it as well.
Yeah.
But you'll hear all about it over the next half hour or so. So enjoy this chat with Talitha and Ben. Ben and Talitha, welcome to the heart of it. It's great to have you both here.
Thank you so much. So lovely to be here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ben, are you a podcast virgin?
I am not a
there you
podcast virgin.
So we
no,
expect a lot from you today.
but mainly just the fitness rounds. So
Okay.
Oh,
none
yeah.
of this type of podcasting. Fitness and business had been my kind of strong suit. So
Yeah,
we'll see how we go
right.
today.
Right. Well, you look like a weapon, actually. I'm very keen to hear how you weaponize yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're into marathons and stuff.
And Talitha is no stranger to a microphone, obviously. So we know we're in safe hands there. But for
Love
sure.
a microphone. I don't really. That's why I left.
Yeah,
Do
indeed.
you miss
indeed.
not being in the beers in this way?
There are aspects of it. Like I miss the adrenaline. I love the, you're first on the scene. You know everything that's happening. I love that.
Yeah.
Like I do miss that. But you find adrenaline in other ways.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In diamonds.
Yeah, and diamonds.
We'll get to that
We
too.
will get to that. We will get to that.
Yeah, all right. Is someone if a network called you and said, "Look, we really want you to come in and work with us," would you do it?
I don't think they would.
Yeah, but you don't think they would. But times are changing.
Like maybe for
Would you consider
it
it?
was fun reading the news. It was. I liked that. It's almost like a performance.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
There's a performance aspect to it.
Yes.
So I kind of enjoyed that. So yeah, I may read a bulletin if someone asked me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
There you go.
Do you know something that I don't know? No.
No, that's never going to... I would never know more than what anybody else knows.
Yeah.
She agrees.
She's agreeing with you.
Or at least if you knew it, you'd forget it anyway. So
I'm a bit like Dory. I just keep swimming, keep turning up. Turn up, know your lines, and have an idea.
Whatever works.
That's
for
what you do.
Well, we're going to go way back with you two because we'd love to hear a little bit about your relationship. How did the two of you first meet?
So, I was working on Weekend Sunrise, and Monique Wright was the host at the time and training with Ben in one of his gyms on the north side. Uh-huh. And she suggested to me that I should meet him and
to get fit or to meet him?
to meet him. And so she set us up on a date. I was quite reluctant because I wasn't really in the space for dating.
Yep.
And then we had our first date and it was just sort of all on from there.
How long ago was that?
12, 13 years ago.
12 or 13, yes.
Did you feel the spark straight away, Ben?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
So I was training Monique, and she was a good friend of mine, and said should meet Talitha. And then, I kind of knew within a couple of weeks that it was it for me. It was a bit of a cliche because I'd trained hundreds of clients over the years, and I was interested in their relationships. And some people said, when you know, and I thought that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Can I say that? But then with Talitha 2 weeks in, I just knew that's it for me. So,
did you feel? Oh, but you didn't meet as a client trainer. You met as a date.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because that would be a bit orcs if you dated as a client trainer.
No. He's a professional.
Clearly.
But isn't that interesting that your friend that Monique knew the two of you were.
Yes.
Right for each other.
It
really
was.
Wild.
And I think I had just sort of become sober about 3 or 4 months earlier.
Yeah.
And Ben was living, healthily. And so I guess she thought we were a great pairing.
Yeah, right.
There you go. So she's now working as Dexter from Perfect Match.
Oh, Dexter from Perfect
Dexter's
Match.
job.
There's a throwback.
Oh, my God.
You can see where my brain is this morning.
I used to love Perfect Match.
Oh, dude, that's where I fell in love with this dude.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm a dude now.
Is it?
Yeah,
this dude.
Just the dude behind the dude playing the dude.
You both have reinvented yourselves sort of in a lot of ways. What's been the biggest challenge and the biggest joy in building sort of your new lives and hitting new turning points in your life?
Oh, my gosh. What a question. Do you want to answer that first?
Sure. I guess so. I started as a rugby league player, and then from there I kind of transitioned to the fitness world, and then I moved into owning fitness businesses. So I guess it's the management of people was the biggest learning for me, because even though I loved fitness, when you have a business, it's like any other business that it's people is the main thing. So it was huge learnings over the years, but I think if you care enough and care about culture and about doing the right thing, we end up succeeding in the end. So
Was it difficult to make that transition from being, because you were a professional NRL player, right?
Yeah, I was a fringe player at best, and then I'd seen so many players that had tried to live the dream into their 20s, 30s, and then when the music stops and they've got to get a real job, they're like, I've got no skills, I've got no experience. So I made the decision in my mid-20s that I needed to actually pursue something that if I wanted to have a life, a family, a proper career earlier on. So I kind of made that decision to cut it short to pursue something else.
Has that changed a bit? Our brother-in-law is one of the main sponsors, or was one of the main sponsors of the Canberra Raiders, and he was part of a mentor group that he looked after 5 players, and there's other mentors within the club, supporters mentored their own group of players so that they were able to help them with their finances and guide them into a career that could work for them post their professional rugby league career. Do you feel like, has that changed a bit? I mean, I know we're off topic a bit, but
No.
But is it growing? Is it better now, do you
I've
think?
got friends of mine's sons that are coming through the ranks now, and they do really care about their education, their investments, things like that. So there's so much more onto it today because really, the average career span of a first-grade rugby league player might be 2 years at best, and what they put their bodies through, they might not be able to have life after football. So it's about working out on that strategy now. So yeah, they are really, really good at it now.
Yeah, amazing. Talitha, what's been your biggest challenge in sort of your changing of trajectory?
Look, I think I left the media when I had a baby who was about 9 or 10 weeks old.
Yeah.
And I lost my job in the position that I was in, reading the news, and went through some legal battles. And I think just walking away from that, I sort of lost my identity. I realised that my identity was really tied up in who I was. I was a journalist and a presenter, and that kind of defined me. So I had to really go through that mourning process, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was great. I set out to do a lot of different things. I tried PR, I tried working at the Weather Bureau, and I did a lot of media training. And then I realised that none of those things were it, and I was really interested in business, but I didn't know exactly how that would look.
Right.
And then my uncle, who's been in the diamond industry for 50 odd years, called me up and said, I think you should join us. And I sort of thought about it and, went from there.
And how has it been since you've made that right turn into that world? Because it's so far from where you were.
Yes. Yeah. And I thought initially, I don't know how I'm going to do this because as a journo, you're sitting on the fence and you're not opinionated about things. But going into this, I'd have to be a salesperson and, do that. So, but I managed to overcome that and now I love it. I love the challenge. We've had some great growth. I've got some great staff now, and I'm really probably more determined than I ever have been in my life.
What's your role in the business? Do you design, or are you branding, or are you advertising, or
all of the above?
Really?
I up until Feb this year, I was doing it all by myself, a year and a half, and it grew. I sort of use my skills, and we've grown our business online because I'm doing educational videos through social media. So we grew quite quickly. So it's been a bit of a crazy ride, but now I've got a couple of really great staff to help me out. And we're sort of moving forward to grow it in that way.
Fantastic.
Years ago, I'll keep the story short. My grandfather, before he passed away, gave all the grandchildren $3,000.
Oh.
And I was able to throw mine into some shares that did really well, ended up with like 15K.
Great.
So apparently I won. The grandchildren, I turned it into more money. But Ali got a new wedding ring and we needed a diamond. And so we went to LA. We were in LA and we went to the LA Diamond District. Have you been there?
No, I haven't. I've been to New York and London, but very, very similar.
Yeah,
it's
right.
insane.
Yeah, because our friend was working there.
Yeah.
And she took me inside and she's into their office and there was this gorgeous piece. It felt like I was in a diamond heist movie, because this velvet fabric was put out on the thing and then there was all these diamonds inside. She said, okay, Cam, she's got the tweezers out and she's going, all right, we can get this one, we can get this one, we can do a cut on this one. It was so exciting.
It's a really exciting...
Is that your day too?
That's my day. That's what I do. It is. It's really interesting and exciting. There's so many sort of different topics to explore and, it's quite mysterious as an industry and always has been. So that's sort of been our point of difference to become a little bit more transparent and explain it. Not taking the magic away, but, explaining what happens.
It's still like Gringotts,
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's great.
Talitha, you've been really beautifully open about your sobriety and, that shift for you as well. What did like your early sobriety teach you that still sort of shapes who you are today?
Oh my God, resilience. Like for one, I learnt to be able to sit with my problems, address my problems, do therapy, understand, where everything comes from. And that has just held me in such good stead, especially in business as well.
Yeah,
because
sure.
when you've got your own business, it's the biggest, I don't know, it unmasks all of the things. You get triggered by lots of different things and pressure. And so now I find that I'm able to address things front on. So it's been, I would say resilience.
Yeah.
And is it still a practice for you? Like, are you still,
Sober?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I understand you're still sober.
Yeah.
But do you still go to meetings and things like that?
Yeah, every now and then, for sure.
Yeah.
And then I've got a network of people who I can call.
Yeah.
And they call me. But the meetings are great, like AA meetings, because you go in there and you can see a person who is 2 days sober, and it reminds you of when you were 2 days sober and the fact that you don't want to go back there. And there's someone who's 30 years sober, and you learn some wisdom from them. So they're really insightful, amazing meetings.
Yeah.
And very helpful in that way.
Yeah. Ben, what's it like? Were you sober too when you guys met, or do you still partake or not?
I might have 2 beers a year, so it's never really been a thing for me, drinking. Playing rugby league, there was a culture of binge drinking that I would partake in occasionally, but when I met Talitha, I was only really a social drinker at best, and then as the years gone on, it's become less and less a part of my lifestyle. I'm up at most mornings 4:15, the alarm goes off, so I'm up out of bed running or training clients. So yeah, and I kind of came to that realization when Talitha and I were getting together, and it didn't come from her at all, but I thought if I wanted to give this relationship the best I could, I didn't really want to drink either. Not that she cared, but I just, me for myself, wanted to be as supportive as I can, and I didn't think it would be a very good partner to roll in at 2 a.m. with a belly full of drink. I just didn't. It's not the person I wanted to be.
Yeah,
so.
that's really kind.
No.
Plus, you've added years to your lives as well by stopping drinking too.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if I'd still be sober if it wasn't for Ben and his support in that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think if I was with a partner who was going out on benders, it would be a very different story.
Yeah.
Difficult.
I don't know how you would do it. You're vibing different.
Completely different vibes. Yeah.
Ben, you is your goal, I say only 50 marathons this year, or are you planning to do more than that?
Right, so this year will be my 50th as opposed to 50 in the calendar year. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it is your 50th.
Yeah. My 50th.
Gotcha. I see. That's what it is. Yeah.
I was like, don't take those happy years away from him. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it will be my 50th marathon in 5 weeks Sunday at the TCS Sydney Marathon presented by ASICS on... no, I'm the head coach of the Sydney Marathon.
Yeah,
I
know. Brilliant.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't have any more goals outside of to run 100, 200. I want to run one with my kids one day.
Yeah.
So that's my next goal after hitting 50. I'm doing a fun run with Ollie and Riley this Sunday, a 5K run with them, which I love doing more than anything else. So, yeah.
Gorgeous.
I started running... So it'd be my 50th marathon. My first one was 18 years ago. So my mother had passed of breast cancer, and I'd retired from rugby league a couple of years ago, and I just needed something for my head, and I kind of, running was therapeutic for me in that way. And then, so that's why running for me isn't about weight loss or even fitness. It's more so for my mental health side of things, and I just kept on doing it since then.
Do you run every day?
6 days.
6 days.
Yeah. If I can, but some days things come up, kids take priority and things like that. So I might skip a day or two, but ideally if I can, 6 days, yeah.
You hear that a lot, actually. You must have experienced this with all your training, that running particularly is something that I hear a lot of people get into for their mental health. Is that something you've noticed as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the combination of the being outside, the cardiovascular exercise, the fresh air, all of that really does aid, people. And also, we've all seen those huge run clubs everywhere at the moment, but that is how people socialise
community
in 2025. That's people's supportive networks. At the gym that I'm a part of, we've got a run club that's mainly 40 plus, like age 40 plus, and this network of mainly women that have 30 of them that are all best friends now that previously weren't, and they're supporting each other and they go out together and have, it's just amazing. And they didn't have this network of friends years ago, and now they run to each other and support each other. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
A mate of mine is he's training also for the Sydney Marathon.
There you go.
And he's out there, and he'll go and do his 20K or whatever. I said, ask him, take me through it. Do you actually run that length marathon? He goes, no, we don't do that. We don't do that yet. I'll do it when I do the race. But So he's being trained by someone. This is Couchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's my chiropractor.
Yeah, right.
and one of my golfers, one of the Saturday morning golfers. Terrific bloke. But he'll go and run, and then he'll come and he'll walk the golf course. He'll walk 11, 12 Ks on the golf course afterwards. But he's so alive right now, and he's so excited about this up-and-coming marathon he's about to do. You've done 50, or coming up to 50. Do you have that same feeling about your marathons?
Yeah, I'm really excited. This one in Sydney will be huge. 35,000 runners, the biggest in Southern Hemisphere history. But each time you kind of learn something about yourself, because you're just in your head for so long. And I mean, as Talitha talks about resilience, that's kind of when I get my resilience from too. If I'm having challenges at work or challenges at home, I think I've hurt as much as I can during a marathon, and I got through that. Whatever this is, I can get through that as well. So it kind of helps you get through other challenging times.
Metaphor for life. Yeah.
Do you run too?
No.
There's enough running.
I know.
Just sit on the couch and eat some chocolate.
No, I do that.
You almost ran a marathon?
I almost did. I trained up for it, and then I didn't know. Didn't like it.
Oh, you just...
It's just mentally, I just found it really difficult. I just didn't enjoy it. I do weights. I lift weights quite a bit. But, running is not for me.
Right.
I do like the adrenaline that comes from running.
Yeah.
But, that's about it.
Is it because of the body ache?
It's just a mental headache for me. It's a head, it's just not me, no.
Has the mindset that you needed, you were mentioning before, Ben, about, you work a lot of things out, or does that, when you're running, does that also help in relationship, in marriage? Do you find that you work things through in that way, and you can come back to Talitha and go, well, I was on 22 Ks and I realised that I needed to apologise.
Yeah, for sure. It is actually good, during my day I'm so busy with either clients or marathon or kids, and I go, right, I know I've got an hour's run this afternoon and I need to think about X, Y, and Z, and that'll give me time to process those things, because it's just me and my thoughts during that time. So I go, right, what are the things I've got to think about during this run? And I'll process that, and that. Most of the times I realise, I was probably wrong there. I should probably apologise for that, and we'll come back and we'll work through it.
Yeah, good on you. Do you listen to music when you do it, or you're in your own?
It depends
head?
What type of run. I'll listen to a podcast. Great podcast like The Heart of It, obviously, is one of the ones
We've got a backlog for you, Ben. You could run for miles and miles.
No, I kind of like to multitask. So I'll listen to an audio book, listen to a podcast, things like that whilst I'm running too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were times when the kids were younger, when you were running a lot of marathons, and it's quite it's a selfish kind of thing. There's a lot of training involved, and I found that quite difficult, but we managed to resolve that while still trying to understand that he used it for his mental health.
Sure.
That it's a lot of time away from home. So that did actually cause some friction at some stages.
So you were a marathon widow, like I'm a golf
Yes,
widow.
you're a golf widow. Yeah.
By choice, though.
By choice.
I invite her to play a lot.
But I'm like you with running. Me and golf.
Doesn't work.
I just don't.
Don't get it.
Look, it's a
so
grower.
many hours.
It's
Yes.
coming.
Is
It's
it?
I planted the seed
a grower.
33 years ago.
Are you sure it's growing?
Well, it's just slow. It's like an oak.
like
It's
it.
an oak tree.
When you talk about like what he wants to do in retirement, the one thing he always goes, "Oh, travel the world and you play golf, darling." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh, look, yeah, but if you've played on some of the golf courses that I've been lucky enough to play around the world, you
Yes.
see terrain, flora and fauna that you would not normally see.
Right. So is that part of the attraction
Absolutely.
to it?
I get
You're
that.
out in the
Okay.
green. You're out in
It's
the
a good
green.
walk spoiled though. Who
And-
said that? There's a quote.
And Mark Twain, brilliant fella, not a great quote. Not a great quote. But some of the interactions that I've had with people around the world, playing golf, and it's just it's hunting, it's targeting, it's using. You actually have to factor in a lot of different things. So
Yes.
it's maths. You look, she's heard it all before,
my God.
3 million times.
3
But that's
million
the way
and
I
one.
feel about it.
What do you do instead? What do you do when golfing is occurring?
I'm usually like, I'm probably doing the laundry some days.
But that's
right.
changed now. She's like you. She's lifting weights.
Are you?
I am lifting weights
That's
now.
great.
I try to find other things because it's, I don't know, it's funny. I heard this the other day, and tell me what you both think, particularly you, Talitha, is that often men are very much encouraged to have hobbies, and women don't have the hobbies because we're raising kids.
Yes.
But men have the hobbies.
Yeah.
So I've had to really figure out what the hell my hobby is.
Yes.
And find something that gives me joy outside of family life, because family life has always given me joy. So, and I'm really still figuring that out. I've actually would love to run. I actually would love it, but I don't know. I've tried it. I tried like the couch to 5K thing, and I broke my foot within the first
She
2
literally
weeks.
broke a bone in her foot.
Yeah,
Did you do that?
yeah.
You trip on something?
No, it's just fat.
Just generalised
Just
fatness.
fat. just ran, and apparently the bone in my foot broke. Perimenopause and fat just did it.
Fabulous. What
Yeah.
a combination.
So good.
Fabulous.
So happy about that.
Hope
So,
you found some HRT.
but I really wanted to,
Yeah.
because I keep hearing about this euphoric feeling of running. So I was like, I want to do that. I want to try it. I want to set myself a goal. So anyway, I haven't gotten back to it. So maybe I need to speak to you about that afterwards. But
That's definitely. I think that sounds like a great idea.
have you guys had a moment where you've looked at your lives now and thought, wow, this is just wildly different than I imagined?
It's probably better.
Yeah.
Like I think we're at a really good place now. I'd say, it was a bit rough for a couple of years. Like I think with anyone has challenges and things to sort out. But I really feel like we're on the same page now, and we're heading in the same direction.
Yeah.
But we're actually sort of able to sit there now and look at our lives and go, yeah, we're really fucking happy with that.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, we're in a good place, and the best thing, I guess, now. So Ben has just sold his business, and he's saying now it's my turn to, because I've always wanted to have a business and grow it, and he's sort of saying to me, it's your turn to go now. So,
wow.
Which is great. And I think
Hang
it says...
on, your turn to go now, meaning your turn to grow your business, spend time doing that.
Yeah.
And you'll be in support of that.
Yeah. I think kind of to answer your question, it's different for me because, as the man, I always thought I'm the hunter-gatherer and the wife's in the support role, and Talitha did that amazingly for me in the business for the last 12 years. But I kind of had a come to Jesus moment a few years ago. I know I'm in big trouble when I receive an email from Talitha, and I had touched down on the way back from New York, from the New York Marathon, and I touched down and turned my phone on, had an email from Talitha. I was like, all right, here we go. Just told a few, harsh truths about how I'd been acting, how, I'd been a bit selfish and, just focusing on my life, and the rest of the family were just in a supporting role to me living my best life, So I really took that on board. And the past, 3 years, I've really made an effort to be as good a husband and father as I could be. And I've actually never been so happy in my life since I've made that transition, and putting their needs first, which I should do, but still not, throwing mine out either.
Yeah, sure.
And now, made the transition from, Talitha's business is going absolutely gangbusters and she's doing such an amazing job that now I can, spend some more time with the kids and just help her be the best version of herself and her business be as good as it can be, and I never thought that would be where I would be, but I'm really enjoying it, and just seeing her flourish and the kids do great is probably the best, most happy I've been in my whole life. So, yeah.
That's so beautiful, Ben. Wow, good for
Was
you.
Was that a tough email to write?
Now
we're radio. We don't see that.
Okay, probably written
She punched
in
the keyboard.
anger, which is not how we like to deal with things. But I think it was just the truth. I think I just got to the point where I was fed up.
I've met quite a few professional sportsmen in my time, and in order to be at that level, it is a bit myopic. You do have to focus on that. And I would say that's the same with anybody who's in an elite spot in what they do. Do you feel like that was, your conditioning as a professional athlete, and then moving into that was just the way your mind went? So you probably weren't quite seeing what Talitha was talking about.
No, I just think, we're on the back of lockdowns, and I had my marathons and all that, and I've just focused. I just kind of siloed things to, I've got work, I've got my running, I've got my family, and I'll distribute the time and energy accordingly, but that's not the right way to do it.
Okay.
Did you have someone to sort of talk to about that, in the sense of like, you saw the email, you came to the realization that, okay, things need to change. Was there someone that you could talk to about that and go, okay, here's some steps, or did you just figure it out on your own?
Like I've worked with a psychologist over time as well, and I find that greatly valuable.
Yeah.
Like I've got a incredible network of friends since they've been friends since we were boys. But I think, working with a professional has been one of the best things I've ever done. It's just
absolutely.
to get that professional help. I probably wouldn't trust a lot of my mates with life advice.
Yeah.
So, I found that greatly helpful, because the result I wanted to have is a great marriage and a good family. And, me running 1,000 marathons wouldn't make me any happier than having a happy wife and a happy family, So just prioritising those things and working everything else around that.
There's a professional golfer, Scotty Scheffler, who's just winning everything at the moment, just won the British Open. He was refreshingly talking about what it is to win a golf tournament, and I sort of going back onto that myopicness of having to train and focus, and it's all about winning. And he said, well, the truth of it is, when you win, the gloss wears off after a day, and then you're like, oh, we're on to the next thing. And he said, I realised that it was actually my family and my wife and my kids, and being the best dad and the best brother, son, husband that I could be, is what brings me joy. And he's going at this mindset. He just doesn't really. He cares, but he doesn't care. So he's doesn't have the stakes on top.
Yes.
Yeah. It is great. It was so refreshing because it's a very different point of view from an elite sportsman to hear that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, and it's so based on that kind of thing. You guys have had a decade of clarity. How does that compare now to the olden days of when you weren't so? Where are you at now, and what's that been like?
I just think we're in a better place. We're able to communicate a lot better. The kids are the priority. We're supporting each other, and like truly supporting each other. I used to remember when Ben would go and run, LA marathon or New York marathon. I'd be quite resentful. Like the whole time I'd spend in resentment, and it was not me, and it was an awful place to be. But now that the scales have sort of balanced up a little bit, I'm genuinely happy for him to be doing what he wants to do. We give each other a lot of freedom in we've got both got our own friends. We go and do lots of different things. So it's
you feeling more fulfilled always helps. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Are the kids following? Oh, sorry. Did you?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, are the kids following any of your footsteps, like media or into the rugby league professional ranks?
So, beautiful boy Ollie, I came from a family of rugby league sons, so 3 boys, 3 girls, but all the boys played rugby league and they didn't have an option. And my dad played rugby league, and he'd be on the sidelines, yelling obscenities and things like that. So I wanted to be the opposite to that. So whatever Ollie wanted to play, he had to do some form of sport, but whatever he wanted to do, I'll be there for him, and I'd be on there just clapping hands and saying, "Yay, good job, everyone."
He's playing union though.
Yeah. He's playing union.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
He just ended up there. He started at AFL and then went to soccer, and now he's playing rugby. So rugby union. So now that's just been his evolution, and it's been no pressure from me, and he really loves it. So that's great. So and in terms of our beautiful daughter,
Riley. Yeah. She's very creative.
Did you figure out her name then?
No. I was kind of
kidding, mate.
Talitha, but
Almost.
Is she designing her own diamond rings yet?
Well,
or is
she is an amazing artist at the age of 6. So
Yeah.
we're about to use some of her beautiful, colourful drawings and make it into tissue paper for my business.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, which is really cute.
That's
and she's
really
very
special.
excited about that.
So she's in the business already, because
She's
it's
in the
already a
business.
family business, and
Yeah,
now
it
it's going to
is.
have Riley's artwork in it as well.
Which is a bit cute.
That's gorgeous. Ben, you mentioned that, that email really, you learnt something very deeply from Talitha, and you've changed your life around for the better. Is there something that you've learnt from Ben, Talitha, that's really helped you better your life?
So many things I've learnt from Ben. Ben is a great, steady hand. He's consistent, he's even. He is one of the kindest people I've met. I remember when Monique first set us up, I really wasn't interested in going on a date. And I said, just tell me a bit about him. And she said, look, he's got this gym in Mossman, and a florist was not doing very well down the road. So he decided to go and buy all of his clients bunches of flowers from that florist to help with her revenue. And I was like, that's really kind.
Yeah.
And that kind of kindness is just exampled all the time with Ben. I think I used to be quite reactive. to situations. And Ben has just taught me, what do you say? There's more
Catch more flies.
Catch more flies with honey.
Yeah.
And so I've really adopted that. That's been a big work on for me. And so, yeah, I mean, so many things I've learnt from him.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And what about your kids? What do you hope, like, your individual stories teach your children as they get older?
Oh, God. I can already see that my son, I was going into the in terms of the addiction, which I hope that is not passed on to him. But I was walking into the kitchen yesterday and he had this big line of brown on his face. I said, "What are you doing?" He'd been in the hot chocolate,
been in the Milo
jar, and had been just, eating that. And I'm sort of like, I remember that was me as a kid, like sugar, anything that dopamine inducing kind of thing. Yep. So I hope that hasn't passed on to him. But both of our kids are really kind, and really I just want our kids to be kind and happy and do the best that they can. Yeah. We try to, example kindness. Yeah. And it's coming back now. People are telling us that they're kind little kids, so it's really nice.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's all you want for your kids, right?
Yeah.
To be happy and
so true.
And nice to other people.
How about for you, Ben?
Oh, I just want them to be, happy, kind, but whatever they do, just want it to be a good one. Whether it's a kindergarten teacher or a plumber or whatever, just be the best kindergarten teacher or plumber or whatever their dream is to fulfill as good as you can be, you know. So, we just want to be there for them and live them a happy, long life, but just whatever you do, be good at it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're speaking to us.
Really? You have the same philosophy.
Yeah, well, Ali often talks about kindness.
Yeah.
And I often talk about just look, if your job is a button pusher, be the best you can.
Yeah.
Be the best.
Totally.
Be
passionate about it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's funny, I do a quote every night at midnight on Smooth, and the one that I used last night was, I think it might have been one of yours. Be kinder than necessary. See what happens.
Yeah, love that.
I
love that.
Yeah.
You'll never regret it.
No.
You'll never regret being kind, I don't think. But yeah. Gorgeous. Well, when you were talking about your son, just the fact that, he's got a mum like you who's experienced and I don't know if you say overcome it, but however, you've walked through, you understand it, you'll be there if it turns out that addiction shows up in some way. He's got someone like you to turn to that knows exactly how to guide him. So
that's it. Yeah, and it's navigating that now because he's on the internet, and I did an Australian story. Like, my story has not been a quiet one, so Googling my name would show, that I am an open alcoholic or recovering. So, it's navigating that stuff. I wouldn't stop my kids from drinking. I will happily hold their hair back and when they're vomiting in the toilet. And they're 16 years old, which I'm,
been there.
It's just,
Yeah.
You've been there, and we haven't been there yet, but that's, I'm not, just because I have an issue with alcohol, it doesn't. I don't impose that on anyone else.
Yes.
My friends, or if we're out at dinners and my friends are having a big night, that's fine. It's not about them. It's about me.
Yep, exactly.
It's really important.
Beautiful.
It's also tough to get up in the morning and do exercise and stuff when you're hung.
Oh gosh, yeah, yes,
no,
yeah.
No,
that
you wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, I don't.
She looks so
because I don't drink.
Well, she doesn't.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't drink?
No.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah,
I do exercise, but I don't drink.
I love a glass of red wine.
Yes.
And I'll often go, honey, can we? Because I don't want to open a bottle because I'm not going to drink it.
Yes.
I'm not going to drink it all.
Yeah.
So I've had to find a device that pulls the air out of it so it lasts for 3 days. But I'll often I go, oh, you have to just smell that. And she does.
She does.
Yeah.
She humours you for a second.
Yeah. That's a good one.
See, that's such a foreign thing to me, that you would have to plunge it, to close it, to save it for 3 days. It's just, I've never been able to do that. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the wine was better, I'd probably do it in a cask because no air gets to that wine, you know. But
Remember
there's
the
some
old
pretty
casks?
nasty stuff.
Are they still around?
Oh, absolutely.
Use it for cooking
I've
wine.
got one. Yeah, I've got a
Okay.
cask in the cupboard. Al uses it for the bolognese and
Love it. The old goon bags.
yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Oh, and those goon bags double up as a body surfing device now.
right, body
There's a dude
surfing.
out there on the out at my beach the other day, and he's on a goon bag. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "Watch this." I went out the back. I said, "When did you do what? How did this even come up?" And he goes, "It was a joke one day." But that's his chosen.
Body
device.
surfing device.
But he goes, it's all about the amount of air that's in the bag.
Right.
You've got to get the air pressure right, and then he can sit on it, and he gets his body out, his chest out of the water. He's doing flips and all sorts of stuff.
But they're not very big.
No, it's like a little pillow.
No.
Yeah.
What part of his body does he
No,
put it
on his
under?
hand. He has it on his hand, and then
Just
he
like
uses
that.
it. Yeah, exactly. He uses it under his hands, and he pushes himself out of the water. He doesn't have it on the body. No,
Oh,
no, it's a
okay,
little
but
bit.
he had
Doesn't
it
have it down his speedos.
No, that'd be you.
That'd be well, you know, we'll
Maybe
try
you should
anything.
Give it a try when yours runs out of time.
All right, we do something to finish up called the rapid heartbeat.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. One time you would like to relive again.
Our honeymoon in Europe was
yes.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Giving birth to my children, not actually giving birth, but that after process, which was just so surreal and like nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What the world needs now is
Kindness.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with T. Cummins on that one.
Yep. Ditto.
I thought you'd say Daddo. Good running shoes.
More Daddo.
Get more Daddo. All right. What do you miss when you're not together?
Ben's calm, relaxed vibe.
Just someone to talk to that's very supportive of me.
Last question. One word to describe each other.
I'd say
words.
inspiring.
Incredible. Yeah. Incredible human. That's 2 words, but yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks
you
so much
two.
for coming in today.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us. So
Thank
it's sort of
you.
like a counselling session and, we got through some issues.
Hang on, who was counselling who?
Did you learn something? I'm sure you did.
I did.
Yeah.
We'll discuss.
Yeah. I'm already thinking about the email I'm going to send you.
Oh,
next.
God.
We've been through that.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Thank you
Thank
both.
you.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you
Lovely
so
to
much
be
for having
here.
us.